In your career, who was the hardest bowler to keep to?
Mackay and Teeny. I used to swing the ball back and it was quite difficult to work out these angles.
Who was the best captain you played under?
Graham Smith.
Which batter caught the most chat from you from behind the stumps?
The most chat. Shoaib Malik.
Who was your cricketing idol growing up?
Jonty Rhodes.
One game from your career you'd like to go back and redo?
The 99 World Cup. When we drew the game against Australia.
Who's your favourite person to chat to about cricket?
So Neil McKenzie. And it's because we have good debates that end up quite fiery as well.
3 players you'd pick for a Mark Boucher all-time T20 11?
I would go Surya Kumar, definitely. Ahmed Klaasen. And Sachin Tendulkar.
One person in the South African dressing room that intimidated you?
Graham Smith.
One teammate you didn't want to share a room with?
Jacques Kallis, and I ended up spending way too much time with him in the room.
Who do you think is the greatest wicketkeeper after your time?
This could get me into trouble. Up to the stumps, definitely MS Dhoni. Standing back, I mean, they played at the same time as me, so I'd have to go with Quinton de Kock.
Of your 998 dismissals, which was your favourite?
Caught Ridley Jacobs with my left hand diving in Guyana, which I'd done a lot of work catching with my left hand, and that came off, which was a nice catch for me.
One coach who inspired your coaching philosophy?
Gary Kirsten.
3 young players today you think could be stars of the future?
Tilak Varma, Jaiswal, and I'll name 4, Stubbs and Brevis.
Who was the prankster in the South African squad in your days?
Hansie Cronje.
Who was the best bowler you faced?
Probably Dale Steyn.
Who is the most complete cricketer on the circuit today?
If you're looking at the one-day format or white ball format, I'd have to say Hardik Pandya. It's usually going to go to an all-rounder, and then maybe a guy like Ben Stokes.
One food you've discovered on your playing days or your coaching stints which has become a favourite?
Butter chicken.
Which of your teammates back in the day had the best taste in the music?
Best taste in music? Herschel Gibbs.
What was the best advice you received in your career?
Put the team ahead of yourself in all situations.
What's one thing people don't know about the 438 ODI?
That I didn't feel in control at any part of my innings until maybe the last over.
Who's the better cook from among your South African best friends, Graham Smith or Jacques Kallis?
Oh, you've chosen the worst 2. I'd have to say Jacques Kallis, and only one dish, and that's having a barbecue.
Who are the good ones?
I rate myself as a cook. Dale Steyn. Dale Steyn, he'd be able to cook up a nice meal for you.
England were the team you played the most in tests. Which England player of your time was the fiercest competitor?
Fiercest competitor, not because he used to have a go, but Michael Atherton. He was a tough nut.
If you could make one improvement to the modern wicketkeepers kit, what would that be?
Their kit? Would put something in their grid to protect their eyes.
You got 1 test wicket with your bowling, Wayne Bravo, an average of 6. If you had to describe your bowling in a few words, what would you say?
I don't even know if you can call it bowling, but I always brag about the fact that as far as averages go, I'm the number 1 test bowler in South Africa.
One stat or record from your career you're most proud of?
The fact that I played, I think it's around 70-odd consecutive test matches. And that's not because of form. I think I just worked hard enough to keep my body fit for the game.